Shadow of the Tomb Raider slipped under the radar largely due to timing. Released in 2018, it was overshadowed by a flood of blockbuster titles and criticized for sticking too closely to the formula established by its predecessors. Yet this refinement is precisely what makes it shine. The game digs deeper into Lara Croft's character, focusing on the emotional weight of her decisions and their dire consequences. Visually, it's breathtaking. Dense jungles, ancient temples, and flooded ruins create a world that feels alive and dangerous. Tombs are more elaborate than ever, filled with intricate puzzles that reward clever thinking. The survival systems also add depth. Crafting potions, upgrading weapons, and scavenging resources all feel purposeful. Combat leans heavily on stealth and strategy, with players using the environment to outsmart enemies. Shadow of the Tomb Raider may have flopped commercially, but it remains one of Lara's most personal and polished adventures. Middle-earth, Shadow of War had the potential to dominate the action-adventure scene, but its launch was marred by controversial microtransactions. Players were frustrated to find loot boxes in the single-player game, and by the time developers removed them, the damage was done. Beneath that rocky start, however, lies a masterfully crafted experience. The groundbreaking Nemesis system returns, making every enemy unique, memorable, and capable of evolving based on past encounters. The game expands far beyond its predecessor, offering multiple regions to explore, each filled with dynamic challenges and storylines. The Fortress Siege mechanics are a standout feature, requiring careful planning, recruitment of skilled captains, and strategic assaults to conquer heavily defended strongholds. Every victory feels earned due to the game's intricate layers of strategy and personal vendettas. Despite its early missteps, Shadow of War is a rich, epic journey that rewards players who give it a second chance. Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 launched in 2022 under immense pressure, only to stumble with performance problems, glitches, and delays that left many players disappointed. But beneath the rocky start lies one of the most immersive zombie experiences ever created. Its parkour system is a highlight. Sprinting across rooftops, wall running, and vaulting over obstacles feels fluid and exhilarating, giving players unmatched freedom in navigating the crumbling city. Combat is raw and chaotic, with an emphasis on melee weapons and improvisation, making every encounter feel tense. The day-night cycle completely changes the game's tone. While daytime allows cautious exploration, nighttime unleashes faster, deadlier infected that turn every corner into a survival challenge. Perhaps its greatest strength is its branching narrative. Player decisions shape the city's factions, infrastructure, and even the environment, leading to unique story outcomes. Dying Light 2 proves that persistence and a few patches can turn a rocky launch into a masterpiece. Star Wars Jedi Survivor carried the heavy weight of following the success of Jedi Fallen Order, but stumbled at launch due to severe technical issues, especially on PC. Performance drops and crashes overshadowed what is, at its core, a stellar game. Once patched, Jedi Survivor reveals itself as a major step forward. Combat is deeper and more versatile thanks to new lightsaber stances that let players customize their fighting style, whether it's dual wielding using a blaster saber combo or mastering the iconic double-bladed lightsaber. Exploration has been vastly expanded with larger, more open planets filled with secrets, puzzles, and rewards for backtracking. The narrative delves into heavier themes, exploring Cal Kestis's emotional journey in a post-Order 66 galaxy. Stunning visuals and cinematic set pieces bring the Star Wars universe to life, creating moments that feel straight out of the films. Jedi Survivor deserves far more recognition than its rough launch suggested. Nier Automata may not have made a huge impact at launch, but it has since earned cult classic status for its bold storytelling and unconventional design. On the surface, it appears to be a flashy action RPG, but beneath that lies a deeply philosophical narrative exploring themes of identity, purpose, and what it means to be human. Players control androids in a bleak, war-torn future where even machines question the meaning of existence. Platinum Games' combat system is silky smooth, blending fast-paced swordplay with bullet-hell shooting mechanics for an experience that's both challenging and addictive. The game's structure is just as daring, requiring multiple playthroughs to uncover its full story. With 26 possible endings, some profound, others hilariously unexpected,
why are you running?
Each run reveals new perspectives and layers of the narrative. Nier, Automata challenges expectations at every turn, offering a mix of gameplay, emotion, and existential reflection rarely found in modern gaming. Prey 2017 faced an uphill battle from the start, largely because it shared a name with the beloved 2006 title while having no connection to it. Many fans were confused or disappointed, causing the game to be overlooked despite its brilliance. Developed by Arcane Studios, Prey delivers an intricate sci-fi world set aboard the Talos 1 space station, where alien creatures known as Typhons have taken over. The game encourages creativity and freedom in problem-solving. Players can sneak through vents, hack security systems, or use raw firepower to survive. One of its standout mechanics is the ability to mimic objects, allowing players to transform into items like coffee cups to slip past enemies. Exploration is richly rewarded, with every room telling its own story through scattered notes, audio logs, and environmental clues. Prey's eerie atmosphere and complex gameplay make it one of the most underappreciated gems of its generation. Rage 2 promised a vibrant, chaotic open-world shooter but struggled to live up to its marketing hype. Players expected a rich, dynamic wasteland, yet the world often felt empty and repetitive, causing many to dismiss it quickly. However, at its core, Rage 2 offers some of the most satisfying combat in modern shooters. The gunplay is tight and explosive, with a wide array of weapons that feel powerful and fun to use. Vehicle combat is another highlight, turning the desolate highways into battlegrounds with armored cars, turbo boosts, and mounted weapons. The game's nanotrite ability system adds even more depth, allowing players to unlock devastating powers like ground slams, energy shields, and kinetic blasts. While its story may lack emotional weight, Rage 2 thrives on pure mayhem and high-octane action. For players seeking unrelenting fun and destruction, this flop delivers far more than its reputation suggests. Quantum Break had all the makings of a blockbuster. Developed by Remedy Entertainment, the creators of Max Payne and Alan Wake, it combined third-person shooting with time-bending abilities and an ambitious live-action TV component. However, the game's pacing issues, caused by switching between gameplay and lengthy TV episodes, left many players divided. Despite this, Quantum Break excels in its core mechanics. The time manipulation powers are incredibly satisfying, allowing players to freeze enemies, dodge bullets mid-air, or set up explosive traps by distorting time itself. The game also features strong environmental storytelling, with emails, notes, and recordings fleshing out the larger narrative of Monarch Solutions and the Time Fracture Crisis. While its story might not resonate with everyone, its cinematic presentation and unique gameplay blend make it stand out as a one-of-a-kind experience. Quantum Break may not have reached mainstream success, but it remains a daring and underappreciated experiment in storytelling. The Last Guardian endured nearly a decade of development hell, and by the time it finally released in 2016, expectations were impossibly high. Many players were thrown off by its unconventional design, particularly the behavior of Trico, the massive creature that serves as your companion. Unlike traditional AI partners, Trico doesn't follow orders perfectly. He acts like a living, breathing animal with his own moods and quirks. While some found this frustrating, it's exactly what gives the bond between the boy and Trico its emotional weight. The camera and controls also received criticism for feeling clunky compared to modern standards, but those willing to adapt discovered a deeply heartfelt experience. The game's story, told through actions and trust rather than dialogue, explores themes of loyalty, sacrifice, and friendship in a way few games can. Despite its flaws, The Last Guardian delivers a unique, touching journey that lingers long after completion. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy had the odds stacked against it at launch, especially after the lukewarm reception of Marvel's Avengers. Many players dismissed it early, assuming it would suffer from the same issues. Instead, it surprised everyone. With a tightly written story, lovable characters, and excellent gameplay. You control Star-Lord, but the real magic lies in how you lead the entire team, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, and Groot, through coordinated attacks and dynamic combat scenarios. The huddle system is a standout feature. Mid-battle, you can rally the team with a motivational speech that boosts performance and kicks off an epic 80s soundtrack track, making every fight feel cinematic. Outside combat, witty banter, and heartfelt conversations reveal the team's vulnerabilities and backstories, striking the perfect balance between humor and emotional depth. With its phenomenal soundtrack, sharp writing, and energetic combat, Guardians of the Galaxy is a sleeper hit that deserves far more recognition.